And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IWA Friday Night Havoc. It is your favorite color commentator, Marty Feldspar, and I am back here with the IWA, just like my voice. Yes, I lost my voice last time, but now it is back, just like the IWA, just like our new show, Friday Night Havoc. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an action-packed show to kick off Friday Night Havoc with a grudge match between Hector Salamanca and Gustavo Fring of Los Pollos Hermanos. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we continue the grudge feud between Dino Santino and the IWA European Champion Ludwig Kaiser, the Ring Sergeants. Followed by a 5-man battle royal match to determine the IWA Light Heavyweight Champion between Mike Ehrmantraut, Captain Extremo, Colo Kofi, Pierre-Olivier Laurent, and Francisco Sanchez. Followed by an 8-man 4-way tornado tag match for the IWA Tag Team Champions, featuring the Duncan brothers, AJ and Dame Duncan, the Lucha Libre brothers, Nacho Libre and Escalito, the Salamanca twins, and your favorite, Walter and Jesse. And followed by a battle of the egos between Justin Kennedy and John Michaels to determine who is the best. And then we have the final match of the evening, where Lalo Salamanca tees off against the guy he's been calling out, Duke. This man has not been seen before, but we will see him tonight, as we have Hector Salamanca in the ring, waiting for Gustavo Fring to get his ass in that ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca, he hates Gustavo Fring more than anything in the world, and he will not stand to lose to this man. And here he is, the Chicken Man, Los Pollos Hermanos himself, Gustavo Fring of Los Pollos Hermanos. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have seen Breaking Bad, if you have seen Better Call Saul, you know what this man is capable of. He is a very smart man. He is very much stronger than he lets off. And look at him just going over the top rope. That is very, very impressive. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, this man Gustavo Fring, ready to whoop some ass. And proud to report, live attendance of 2,812 people. Yes, sir. 2,812 people have bought tickets to come here tonight as we just get ready for this intense match. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. A grudge feud, a blood match between Hector Salamanca, Gustavo Fring, and Hector with the quick right hands, and the left, and the right, and the rights, more rights by Hector Salamanca, and a big body slam by Hector Salamanca, sending Gustavo to the canvas as he just kicks him while he's down. Hector Salamanca looking good as ever, pre-stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is off and beating it. Look at him, and Gustavo Fring with a throwing reversal, grabbing Hector Salamanca in a full Nelson slam face first into the canvas. And Hector Salamanca using the ropes to get up. Both these men wearing yellow. They're more alike than they are opposites, I think. And Hector Salamanca reversing that attack, but Gustavo Fring reversing his attack and dodging Hector Salamanca's swing. Grabbing Hector Salamanca, who's leaned up against the ropes, and throwing him outside of the ring. Not over the top rope though. And what's this? Gustavo Fring! What's Gustavo Fring gonna do? And Gustavo Fring with a suicide down between the ropes, hitting Hector Salamanca with the legs. And Hector Salamanca kicking Gustavo Fring now and throwing him ringside. And Hector Salamanca grabbing Gustavo Fring and throwing him into the ring. Not into the ring, but into the ringside and into the ring post now. Hector Salamanca, full control of Gustavo Fring, throwing him across ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca showing the absolute hate he has for this man, Gustavo Fring. And now, Fring in the ring. And Gustavo Fring is in the ring and getting his ass whooped by Hector Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca is unloading kicks on Gustavo Fring, who grabs the leg of Hector and just does a spinning, swinging attack on Hector Salamanca. And now, Gustavo Fring has Hector Salamanca crawling around the canvas. Ooh, with the chop attempt blocked. And Hector Salamanca with a big clothesline. And now he's back to kicking Fring's ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Juan Bolsa may be watching, or he should be watching at least, and so should Don Eladio, because Hector Salamanca is beating the absolute piss out of Gustavo Fring in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, what a feud we have to kick off Friday Night Havoc, as Gustavo Fring missing the attack, falling face ass first into the canvas, and Hector Salamanca now finds himself leaning on the canvas, but quick with the attack, And Gustavo Fring with a spice curl, a spice curl, a spice curl by Gustavo Fring. And what is this? Is he gonna get Hector Salamanca to tap out here? Ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night Havoc could be off to a killer start as Gustavo Fring has Hector Salamanca in a spice curl. And Hector looks like he's not gonna get it out anytime soon. And Gustavo Fring with the spice curl. He is spice curling it up, and Hector Salamanca finally breaks free of the attack. Wow! And Hector Salamanca immediately getting himself in a chokehold by Gustavo Fring, who is inflicting as much pain as he can. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have to start off the match. To start off the show, sorry. And Hector Salamanca, we're gonna get frog splashed by Gustavo Fring. Ladies and gentlemen, that might be it. And Hector Salamanca kicks out at the 1 count. Wow. And Gustavo Fring showing the aerial side of his battle arsenal. And a big spine buster by Gustavo Fring. Hector Salamanca kicking out before the 1 count. And now Hector may have found his second win. But no, Gustavo Fring. What's this? Gustavo Fring with the box cutter. The box cutter. I may just shit my pants as Gustavo Fring has hit the box cutter on Hector Salamanca, who's just kicked out of the 2 count. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we seen here? A box cutter by Gustavo Fring. And now he's got another box cutter. Another box cutter. 2 box cutters by Gustavo Fring. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca looks knocked out in the middle of the ring. And Gustavo Fring with the pin. Hector Salamanca, he's not gonna kick out. Hector Salamanca's just kicked out of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting match. Wow. Oh my. Hector Salamanca has just clotheslined Gustavo Fring outside of the ring. And what is this? Hector Salamanca has for sure found his second win. He's beating the ref's ass now. A big European uppercut to the back of the ref's head. And Gustavo Fring with the acrobats. Hector Salamanca with the big European uppercut to the back of Gustavo Fring's head. And now Gustavo Fring laying there in the corner of the ring. And what is Hector Salamanca gonna grab here? Gonna grab nothing. He doesn't like what he sees. He just wants to beat Gus Fring's ass with his hands. And a big chop to the knee. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca finally finds himself in control of this match once again. And Gustavo Fring with 2 big right hands. And grabbing her. Oh, and a big body slam to Hector Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, Father Time. It beats everybody, let me just say that. Ooh, and a big, I don't even know what to call that, but he drives the knee into the ribs of Hector Salamanca. And Gustavo Fring is on the top rope. He's telling Hector, get up, get up, get up. And a big clothesline from the top rope by Gustavo Fring. Hector Salamanca laying down, almost helpless, and a big knee driving into the face of Hector Salamanca. And now an armbar by Gustavo Fring, showing his MMA training is paying off. And Gustavo Fring with a big right hand, but Hector Salamanca blocks it and with a big kick. And now Gustavo Fring with another right hand. Hector Salamanca throwing the bows. Hector Salamanca grabbing Gustavo Fring and throwing him into the corner. And a big flare chop by by Hector Salamanca, who throws Gustavo Fring into the other corner, and a big European uppercut to Gustavo Fring. And now Hector Salamanca, another big European uppercut. He is going to give Gustavo Fring some CTE, along with that 6-piece combo. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca picking Gustavo Fring up, throwing him back into the corner. And he's going to pick up where he left off, isn't he? Throwing him into the other corner. And now, what has Hector Salamanca got planned here for the Chicken Man, as he calls him? Throwing him into the corner for the 3rd time. I don't think he has a plan. I think he just has chaos on his mind. And Hector Salamanca, big right hand to Gustavo Fring. And now, he's just kicking him with the bottom of his boot. The same boot that he steps on mierda with. And now, Gustavo Fring getting hoisted up by Hector Salamanca, who does a Sinaloa suplex. Sinaloa suplex. Sinaloa suplex on Gustavo Fring, who finds himself laying down ringside. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca may get a count-out victory. You may as well call that a knockdown. But no, ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca jumping on to Gustavo Fring, picking him up and throwing him back into the ring. And now Hector Salamanca is looking to have his way with Gustavo Fring, and he takes him down. And now Hector Salamanca has got the cartel clutch, and now he's just curb stomping Gustavo Fring's face into the canvas. And Hector Salamanca will look to win this match, ladies and gentlemen, because Gustavo Fring looks like he's had the piss beaten out of him. But wait, Gustavo Fring picking Hector Salamanca up above his shoulders. And now a snake eyes into the corner of the ring. Hector Salamanca laying down against the corner of the ring. And now driving the face of Hector Salamanca into the ropes. And now Gustavo Fring may get the W here. And ladies and gentlemen, with a pin, Hector Salamanca kicks out at the 1 count. Wow, what a match we have here. Back and forth action, back and forth drama, and Gustavo Fring with the roll-up. And now he's got Hector Salamanca in a submission, in a spice curl. A spice curl for Gustavo Fring. Spice curl on Hector Salamanca, and Hector Salamanca will tap out here. Section by Hector Salamanca will certainly tap out. No way he gets out of this one. No way, Jose. And Hector Salamanca throwing the throwing the heel into the face of Gustavo Fring. Ladies and gentlemen, I am flabbergasted right now. And Gustavo Fring goes for the clothesline over the ring. But Hector Salamanca quick to evade. And now Hector Salamanca not falling for Gustavo Fring's ploys. And now these men, just as smart as each other, just as strong as each other, but something has got to give in this match. And Hector Salamanca is getting his ass kicked literally by Gustavo Fring, who just kicks him in the balls. He just kicked Hector Salamanca in the nuts. Those are 76-year-old balls, ladies and gentlemen. Those cannot be kicked. And now he body slams Gustavo Fring ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, the ref counting at 3. And Gustavo Fring laying down in the middle of the canvas. We have heard this tale many times today. But will Gustavo Fring get his ass whooped once and for all by Hector Salamanca, who just throws 2 right hands and a big right hand by Gustavo Fring now. And a kick to the groin of Gustavo Fring. And Hector Salamanca with a spinning DDT, slamming the face of Gustavo Fring into the canvas and busting him wide open. Hector Salamanca tastes blood. And Hector Salamanca with the Salamanca leg drop. Salamanca leg drop, ladies and gentlemen, on Gustavo Fring, who finds himself in a cartel clutch. Cartel clutch. Cartel clutch. Gustavo Fring is going to tap out here. He's just broken out. And a big punch to the gut of Hector Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, back and forth action as both these two men missing their attacks. Hector Salamanca with an old man elbow drop, excuse me. I have old man brain. Hector Salamanca talking to Gustavo Fring now. Obviously in Spanish, because I didn't understand a word that they just said to each other. And Hector Salamanca in the corner of the ring, waiting for Gustavo Fring to get his ass up so he can finish this match off and go home to his family. Hector Salamanca finding himself onto the canvas now. Irish whip by Gustavo Fring and a lariat. And a big, a very acrobatic attack by Gustavo Fring, may I add. Picking Hector Salamanca up, who does a head smash to Gustavo Fring. Both of them in a bitch slap by Gus Fring. A bitch slap to Hector Salamanca. I know Hector Salamanca will be pissed about that one. And Gustavo Fring from the middle rope. Not successful with the attack. And a bitch slap by Hector Salamanca. And a high kick by Hector Salamanca. He got a slap of his own now, ladies and gentlemen. And a big elbow by Hector Salamanca onto Gustavo Fring. And a spear into the knee of Gus Fring. He has a bad knee. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that. He has a bad knee. And Hector Salamanca has just busted that knee. And now Hector Salamanca going for a cartel clutch to the leg. A leg clutch now, ladies and gentlemen, by Hector Salamanca. Will he get Gus Fring to tap out here? Gus Fring throwing right hands. Throwing the right hands of mercy. Not mercy, of wrath at Hector Salamanca. And Hector Salamanca with a big chop to the head of Gus Fring, who does a judo-style takedown. And Gus Fring chopping and kicking Hector Salamanca in the gut. Oh, and another box cutter by Gustavo Fring. Another box cutter by Gus Fring. And now Gus has surely won this match. And he goes for the pin. And that's a 1 count. And that's a 2. And that's a 3. And Gus Fring has just won. And Hector Salamanca is pissed. Quickly to his feet, but Gus Fring quickly evades the attack and gets out of the ring. And Hector Salamanca just punched the ref square in the face, not taking a loss. very kindly is Hector Salamanca. And ladies and gentlemen, we are off to a killer start here at Friday Night Havoc. And next, we have a match between Ludwig Kaiser and Dino Santino to continue the feud that they have, to continue where they left off from at IWA Insurrection. And here we go. Beginning with Dino Santino offering a handshake to Ludwig Kaiser, and Ludwig Kaiser offering one back, and a slap by Ludwig Kaiser to Dino Santino. You could say he earned that one. The Italian went to avoid the handshake that Ludwig Kaiser was trying to reciprocate, and now he gets slapped in the face. And Dino Santino with a quick takedown. And Dino Santino grabbing Ludwig Kaiser by the neck, and a big European slam by Dino Santino. And ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino, Ludwig Kaiser, once again beating the hell out of each other. This time on Friday Night Havoc, and a big European uppercut by Ludwig Kaiser. 4 European uppercuts by Ludwig Kaiser as he goes to clothesline Dino Santino out of the ring. Ludwig Kaiser gonna go for a springboard attack, a springboard body slam onto Dino Santino and Ludwig Kaiser. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a German machine, thy mine shaft for real. And ladies and gentlemen, he's got Dino Santino ringside, the same spot where he put him through the table through at IWA Insurrection. Throwing Dino Santino into the ring post. Grabbing Dino Santino. Throwing him into the barricade now. Ludwig Kaiser throwing Dino's head into the barricade. Back into the ring. And he's just sending this Italian on a merry-go-round. And Ludwig Kaiser going airborne. And Ludwig Kaiser with the attack, falling like the Hindenburg. And Dino Santino with a big kick and Ludwig Kaiser with 4 more European slaps, uppercut style, to Dino Santino. And the German finds himself in control of the match. And more kicks. But Dino Santino grabbing the leg and swooping him. And now he's talking to Ludwig Kaiser. And a big European DDT from Dino Santino. A Mambo Italiano DDT. And now a springboard cutter. Not a cutter. A springboard punch by Dino Santino, and Ludwig Kaiser laying in the middle of the ring, helpless, but a big hurricane around by Ludwig Kaiser, finding Dino Santino. And now Dino Santino with a running clothesline, hitting Ludwig Kaiser in the back of the head, and a European chop from Dino Santino, but a big European uppercut from Ludwig Kaiser, going for the elbow drop, failing, and Ludwig Kaiser, a big overhand right, and a big uppercut. And now he's grounding, pounding on Dino Santino, turning that Italian into ground beef. And now, Dino Santino reversing on Ludwig Kaiser and going for a pin. And Ludwig Kaiser kicking out at the 1 count. Ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino is one quick, slimy bastard. He is a very sneaky man. You gotta be on the lookout when it comes to this man. And a big overhand Mambo Italiano slam. And now Dino Santino going for the cover. And Ludwig Kaiser kicking out at the 1.5 count. Ladies and gentlemen. And Ludwig Kaiser with a roll-up by Ludwig Kaiser. Gonna go for the win over here. But ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino kicking out by Ludwig Kaiser with another Hurricane Rana. And now Ludwig Kaiser missing the leg drop. Is he gonna go for another springboard attack here? He is gonna go for a springboard spinning diving attack onto Dino Santino. Ladies and gentlemen, throwing Dino Santino into the steps, the black steel steps. And now Ludwig Kaiser once again ragdolling Dino Santino, who kicks Ludwig in the stomach. And Ludwig's smart to get up to the top of the ring. Inside the ring now, beating Dino Santino into the ring. And now Dino Santino evading the kick by Ludwig Kaiser. And Dino Santino with a big right hand. And what's he doing here? He's gearing up for what's this? Ludwig Kaiser reversing the Milan meltdown. And now Ludwig Kaiser with the Stuttgart slam. The Stuttgart slam. Ludwig Kaiser going for the pin. And now he's at a 2 count. This will be a 3. Dino Santino has kicked out of the Stuttgart slam by Ludwig Kaiser. Ladies and gentlemen, thy mine shaft is pissed. But Dino Santino trying to make his country of Italy proud. They were singing all night long. And ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino is laying down in the middle of the ring. Ludwig Kaiser driving the knee into the face of Dino Santino. Picking Dino Santino up. And now he's just waiting for him. And now a 2-leg takedown by Ludwig Kaiser. And now he's got him in a figure 4 leg lock. Ludwig Kaiser gonna go for the submission victory here. He's already gotten a pinfall victory over Dino Santino. But Dino Santino looks like he's turning the tide. And now he's reversed the attack on Ludwig Kaiser, who just got up from the attack. Ladies and gentlemen, that knee of Ludwig Kaiser does not look so good. And Dino Santino throwing his body onto Ludwig Kaiser's. Men clashing meat. That's what you get here at IWA. And Ludwig Kaiser with an enziguri kick to Dino Santino, knocking him flat on his ass, flat on his stomach. I stand corrected. And a big clothesline by Ludwig Kaiser. A big European uppercut by Ludwig Kaiser. And a big Stuttgart suplex by Ludwig Kaiser. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is from Stuttgart. I don't know where he's from for real, but I'm just going to go with Stuttgart for now. And a big European slap by Ludwig Kaiser to the face of Dino Santino. And now, Ludwig Kaiser, Irish whipping Dino Santino. And now, bumping bodies with Dino Santino. Dino Santino throwing Ludwig into the corner and clashing meat with him once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino flexing the muscles, but Ludwig Kaiser with a Hurricane Rana, throwing Dino Santino to the canvas, and now going for a big clothesline with Dino Santino swiftly attacking, swiftly evading the attack, reversing it like the elegant Italian he is, big European chops, and now Dino Santino throwing up his taunts, throwing up them signs. He is a Guido through and through, gym, tan, laundry, and a big cannonball over the top rope. A jumping front flip cannonball by Dino Santino and dropping the elbow onto Ludwig Kaiser and kicking the man while he's down. Classic Italian. And now Dino Santino showing everyone how strong he is. I mean, he just jumped over the top rope and did a front flip. So he can do whatever he wants as far as I'm concerned. Keep bringing in money here. And a big super kick by Dino Santino. And following by a German suplex. I'll call it an Italian suplex. To add more drama, to add more conflict, and Ludwig Kaiser grabbing Dino Santino and a Hurricane Rana for the 10th time this match probably. Ludwig Kaiser finding himself top rope, getting back into the ring, back to the top rope. Ludwig Kaiser, make up your damn mind, and Ludwig Kaiser with a double axle handle slam onto the head of Dino Santino from the top rope, to the ringside, throwing Dino Santino's face into the ringside. Again, ringside, bashing his face into it, and now throwing him up against the canvas. Ludwig Kaiser with a big suplex, just kidding, laying Dino Santino onto the barricade and kicking his face. And now Ludwig Kaiser surely will go to win this match. He picked Dino Santino up, and he's just left him standing there. What is he doing here? Dino Santino makes him pay for that, going for the cutter, but missing the attack. And Ludwig Kaiser quick to get into the ring. Cowardly move, if you ask me, but we will see what happens. And now, Ludwig Kaiser getting himself punched by the Dino Santino, who's got him in a headlock, and he might win this match here. Ludwig Kaiser might tap out. Ludwig Kaiser gonna tap out, ladies and gentlemen. Ludwig Kaiser is tapping out. Dino Santino with the Ancona arm clutch. And now, Ludwig Kaiser has tapped out, and the record, as far as I'm concerned, between these two is 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, these two back and forth drama, back and forth action, but Dino Santino with the Ancona arm clutch to Ludwig Kaiser, making him tap out, and Dino Santino has finally found himself victorious over the German. It is now 1-1, and we have a fierce rivalry on our hands here as Dino Santino finally celebrates his victory, pointing up at the heavens, pointing to his grandma who made the same spaghetti that he still talks about to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, Dino Santino victorious tonight. And now we have a 5-man fatal 5-way match for the IWA Light Heavyweight Champion, Mike Ehrmantraut, Captain Extremo, Colo Kofi from IWA Carnage, Pierre-Olivier Laurent, and Francisco Sanchez. Ladies and gentlemen, a fierce match here tonight for that IWA Light Heavyweight Champion. My money is on Captain Extremo, my favorite wrestler here in the IWA. This man puts his body on the line every chance he gets. You see him donning the blue and white stars and the mask that hides his very identity from the millions and millions of fans of his around the world. And Pierre-Olivier Laurent come from France to get his ass whooped by Francisco Sanchez and Mike Ehrmantraut, plotting on Captain Extremo. Captain Extremo does not see him behind him, and Captain Extremo getting punched in the face. Mike Ehrmantraut with the black gloves on, looking cold as ever. The kid named Finger, Mike Ehrmantraut from Better Call Saul, from Breaking Bad. The fierce, smart, brutal man who stops at nothing to achieve his mission. And Pierre-Olivier Laurent hoisting Mike Ehrmantraut up on his shoulders. And Francisco Sanchez plotting on the Frenchman. And the Frenchman missing the right hand, but getting the left hand on Francisco Sanchez, grabbing him by the neck. And Kolo Kofi, fresh off his loss to Katsuyori Kobayashi on IWA Insurrection, forcing him to pursue different avenues and landing himself a spot on IWA Friday Night Havoc. And ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo with the steel chair, missing the attack on Pierre-Olivier Laurent, who is a big fan of Rene Dupree, wrestling legend. And now, Francisco Sanchez kicking Mike Ehrmantraut, who kicks him back. And now, Mike Ehrmantraut bashing his shoulder into Francisco Sanchez. And Pierre-Olivier Laurent with a big chair shot to Mike Ehrmantraut. But Mike Ehrmantraut does a kip up at his big age of 70 whatever. And now he's got Pierre-Olivier Laurent in a pedigree spinning slam. And now Kolo Kofi setting up a ladder where he will look to put someone through, as he always does. Kolo Kofi letting the IWA Havoc fans know who he is. And now Francisco Sanchez going for a luchador style attack on Kolo Kofi. And Captain Extremo hitting Mike Ehrmantraut in his bad knee with the steel chair, hitting the Frenchman Pierre-Olivier Laurent in the head with the steel chair. Another shot with the head. And now Captain Extremo driving the steel chair into the gut of Pierre-Olivier Laurent, who gets... And now Captain Extremo discombobulating the equilibrium of Mike Ehrmantraut. And Mike Ehrmantraut grabbing Captain Extremo. And now what's he going to do here? He's hoisting Captain Extremo up. He was going to go for a jackhammer but fails. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent hitting Captain Extremo with the chair. Mike Ehrmantraut grabbing Pierre-Olivier Laurent by the back, Irish whipping him into the corner and bashing his body into his. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent into the corner, throwing Mike Ehrmantraut. Captain Extremo with a big elbow. Francisco Sanchez, the two masked men now duking it out, red and white versus blue and white. Ladies and gentlemen, which one of these two masked men will come out on top? And Kolo Kofi now, don't forget about him, pissed off that he had to leave IWA Monday Night Carnage due to his loss against the fierce Japanese warrior Katsuyori Kobayashi. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 men who are pissed off for their own rights. In their own right, excuse me. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent with a big right and left and a right and a big elbow, not an elbow, a clothesline to Kolo Kofi. Francisco Sanchez grabbing a baseball bat from under the ring, swinging a miss on Kolo Kofi. And Francisco Sanchez, more hits on Kolo Kofi, them two going back and forth. And now we got Captain Extremo with a swinging attack, missing on Mike Ehrmantraut. Mike Ehrmantraut grabbing the steel chair. He's going to look to throw that at Captain Extremo, who does a jumping springboard attack onto Mike Ehrmantraut. And ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo showing why he is the best, why he wants to be the next Jeff Hardy, busting the head of Mike Ehrmantraut wide open with a steel chair. Ladies and gentlemen, we love steel chair shots to the head here at IWA, and that is not going anywhere as long as I live, as long as I make these rules, god damn it. And now Captain Extremo going for a flare chop on Mike Ehrmantraut, who does a flare chop of his own and takes down Captain Extremo. And Mike Ehrmantraut going for the pin on Captain Extremo, who kicks out at 1. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent attacking Kolo Kofi. Francisco Sanchez catching his wind. And now Captain Extremo onto the top rope, hitting Mike Ehrmantraut with a drop kick from the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo, Mike Ehrmantraut in the ring. Pierre-Olivier Laurent laying witness to Kolo Kofi getting his ass whooped. And now double teaming him with Francisco Sanchez, the man from Mexico, the man from France, teaming up. Who would have thought that would happen? And now the handsome Frenchman is getting his ass whooped by Francisco Sanchez. Just kidding, he throws him into the barricade. Kolo Kofi sneaking up on him. Captain Extremo setting up the table, punching Mike Ehrmantraut. What does that sick, twisted man have on his mind? He's got Mike Ehrmantraut, who's just a man, an elderly man. God damn it, there's no reason that man needs to go through a chair, Captain Extremo. Captain Extremo going extreme. He wants to be the next Jeff Hardy. Mike Ehrmantraut setting the table on fire. Mike Ehrmantraut has just set the table on fire. And Captain Extremo has Mike Ehrmantraut lean up against the table. The table falls. And Pierre-Olivier Laurent has set the ring on fire. The ring is on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, the ring is on fire. What is happening here? I'm scared of fire. And Captain Extremo is on fire. Captain Extremo is on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to call the fire department. My cousin is a fireman, and he will be here to save the day. And Captain Extremo getting thrown onto the ladder by Frenchman Pierre-Olivier Laurent, who finds himself onto the top rope, Pierre-Olivier Laurent gonna go and attack Captain Extremo. Just kidding. Mike Ehrmantraut coming to the rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, that table is still on fire, and Mike Ehrmantraut just rolling over it. Someone needs to put that table out. Either set it up or just put it out. Ladies and gentlemen, the ref has no idea how to set the fire, extinguish the fire. And now, Colo Kofi grabbing Mike Ehrmantraut, Captain Extremo getting Francisco Sanchez bombed by Francisco Sanchez of all people. And Francisco Sanchez grappling the Frenchman Pierre-Olivier Laurent. That name is a fun thing to say. Pierre-Olivier Laurent is just sitting in the middle of the ring as Colo Kofi is just throwing Mike Ehrmantraut onto the flaming table, which still has not been extinguished, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, I am terrified of fire. More than Freddy Krueger is terrified of fire. More than the Hound of Game of Thrones. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent grabbing Francisco Sanchez. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurent hoisting him up. But no, Francisco Sanchez evading the attack. And Francisco Sanchez with a big suplex. No, three amigos on Pierre-Olivier Laurent at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, this Frenchman has just been introduced to the three amigos of Francisco Sanchez and Colo Kofi with a quick 2 count on Mike Ehrmantraut. Captain Extremo doing his best to win this match, and that table is still on fire, goddammit. Mike Ehrmantraut rolling like he's 42 years old, but in fact he's 70-something, and Colo Kofi with a big clothesline from Ghana. And now, Captain Extremo with the table on fire, leaning it on the corner of the ring. And now what's he going to plot here? He's going to plot to introduce the Frenchman to fire. Just kidding. He's going to plot to introduce the Ghana man to fire. Just kidding. Captain Extremo with a facelock slam. A diving facelock slam onto Colo Kofi. Picking him up. And now he's looking to throw him onto the flaming table. And Captain Extremo has just put this match to the extreme. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why they call him Captain Extremo. And he's just attacked the woman ref. He has just attacked the woman ref. This man is an absolute savage. What has he just done? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of action you can only see at IWA Havoc, Carnage, all of that. And ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo getting thrown across the ring by Pierre-Olivier Laurent with a big French slam. A power French slam. And now, Pierre-Olivier Laurent with a pedigree to Captain Extremo. Pedigree, that is me trying to speak French. I failed French in high school. And ladies and gentlemen, I haven't looked back since. Pierre-Olivier Laurent going, I don't even know what he's doing. He's going in and out the ring. In and out. Just like he's doing the hokey pokey. And ladies and gentlemen, Pierre-Olivier Laurent throwing his body into Francisco Sanchez. Just kidding, not Francisco Sanchez. Francisco Sanchez is just standing in the ring. What is he doing there? Ladies and gentlemen, Francisco Sanchez just hanging out on the middle rope, not attacking anyone. And now we are receiving word from Francisco Sanchez's agent, Hector Herrera, that Francisco Sanchez has not been paid any money from IWA in the last 2 months. And that is why he is going on a strike here at IWA Havoc. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely insane. Get this man out of the ring. If he's not going to compete for the IWA Light Heavyweight Champion, then what the hell is he doing in the ring? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've just received word from Commissioner Henderson that they are negotiating a new contract with Francisco Sanchez, trying to get him to compete in this match. But Pierre-Olivier Laurent with an excellent French jackhammer on to Captain Extremo. And Colo Kofi with a big Ghana kick to Francisco Sanchez, to Captain Extremo, who just had the hell beaten out of him. And now Colo Kofi with a big Ghana slam. Ladies and gentlemen, surely that's the man to win the match. Mike Ehrmantraut pinning Pierre-Olivier Laurent, who kicks out at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Colo Kofi, Mike Ehrmantraut on their feet. Francisco Sanchez is on strike. Colo Kofi grabbing Mike Ehrmantraut. Captain Extremo trying to beat the shit out of Francisco Sanchez, who's not selling, not taking an attack, and not giving a shit about this wrestling match. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo, a big warrior splash on Pierre-Olivier Laurent, and now a big flare chop and a big high kick to Colo Kofi, and busting the face of Colo Kofi wide open. Captain Extremo, my pick to win the match, my favorite IWA superstar. And now a big swanton bomb a swanton bomb, and Mike Ehrmantraut hitting Captain Extremo, punching Captain Extremo with 2 right hands. The kid named Finger, Mike Ehrmantraut, getting punched by Pierre-Olivier Laurence. And now, Francisco Sanchez getting hit by Captain Extremo, who hits Colo Kofi in the head with the kendo stick. Captain Extremo back onto the top rope, and what's he gonna do here? A swanton bomb on Colo Kofi. And now he's gonna go for another pin. And now Pierre-Olivier Laurence kicking him and kicking Captain Extremo once again. And Mike Ehrmantraut kicking Pierre-Olivier Laurence. Mike Ehrmantraut throwing Pierre-Olivier Laurence onto the canvas. Captain Extremo punching Mike Ehrmantraut. And going for a kick but missing. Drop kicking Mike Ehrmantraut but missing again. Going for a crossbody slam on Colo Kofi. And Captain Extremo throwing the wrist of Colo Kofi. What's he doing here now? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Pierre-Olivier Laurence punching Mike Ehrmantraut. Captain Extremo getting thrown across the ring by Pierre-Olivier Laurence in the form of an exploder. I fucked his name up there, but I don't care anymore, ladies and gentlemen. That French man needs to earn the respect of the Americans here at IWA. And Colo Kofi in and out the ring. Pokey pokey. You in, you out, you shake it all about. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what it's all about here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. The most premier wrestling show on Friday nights, airing every Friday night, hopefully. And Colo Kofi getting DDT'd by Captain Extremo. He's going through hell tonight, and I think Captain Extremo is poised to win this match because he's just beating the shit out of everyone. Everyone is pretty much bleeding except for him as he throws Mike Ehrmantraut into the ring post, grabbing the steel chair, threatening Colo Kofi before he hits him, and now just doing a Superman punch to Mike Ehrmantraut, the Frenchman in the ring waiting with a sledgehammer, and Captain Extremo grabbing another steel chair, and he's going to meet the Frenchman in the middle of the ring, and he hits Pierre-Olivier Laurence in the head with a steel chair. And now he goes to hit Mike Ehrmantraut, but Mike Ehrmantraut hits him, throwing an elbow to Colo Kofi, who's once again is going through hell. And Pierre-Olivier Laurence getting punched or kicked in the face by Captain Extremo. And ladies and gentlemen, Mike Ehrmantraut getting his body slammed by the shoulder of Captain Extremo. Captain Extremo, is he perhaps going to go on the top rope for the 3rd time and hit Colo Kofi with a 3rd swanton bomb? That will surely end the match here. And Francisco Sanchez still on strike. Contract not negotiated. Ladies and gentlemen, we will keep you in the loop on that one. And now Captain Extremo hitting Pierre-Olivier Laurence in the head with the steel chair. Not in the head, in the ass. And now another shot to the ass. Ass shots for Pierre-Olivier Laurence. And now Colo Kofi with a big, I think an STO on to Captain Extremo. And Captain Extremo getting thrown onto the table that is on fire. Mike Ehrmantraut finding himself in a grappling match with Colo Kofi, who gets the better of the old man. And Pierre-Olivier Laurence climbing up to his feet. The Frenchman eludes the attack of Colo Kofi, who doesn't even see him. And ladies and gentlemen, Mike Ehrmantraut throwing Colo Kofi onto ringside. Captain Extremo up to his feet, hitting POL, throwing him across the ring. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo, once again, this crazy bastard with the table that is on fire, setting the table that is on fire up. He is looking to put another man through this table, as he loves to take things to the extreme. Grabbing Mike Ehrmantraut, failing the grapple, and Mike Ehrmantraut with a sledgehammer attack on Captain Extremo. And Captain Extremo is getting pinned in the middle of the ring. And Mike Ehrmantraut has just won the IWA Lightweight Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? He has just struck Captain Extremo in the balls with a sledgehammer. Anything goes here. No rules. Fatal 5-way match. IWA Light Heavyweight Champion has just been decided here. And it is Mike Ehrmantraut who has just won the title. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe what we have just seen here tonight? The new IWA Light Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Mike Ehrmantraut. This man is as impressive as ever. Very smart man, very determined soldier, who will stop at nothing to accomplish the mission, and he has just captured himself some gold. And ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere because we have a 4-way tornado tag match for the IWA Tag Team Champions. AJ and Dame Duncan take on Nacho Libre and Esqueleto, who take on the Salamanca twins. And don't forget your favorites, Walt and Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, fatal 4-way tag team match for the IWA tag team titles. And Walt and Jesse in synchronization attacking Los Luchadores, but Nacho Libre with the attack to Walter White. And Dame Duncan hitting White to Walter White. And Jesse Pinkman quick to help his partner in crime. Nacho Libre swinging Lionel Salamanca. And AJ Duncan throwing Jesse Pinkman onto the top rope. Walter White has Esqueleto hitting his body. And AJ Duncan getting punched by Walter White. And ladies and gentlemen, Esqueleto attacking Jesse Pinkman. So much going on here. And Jesse Pinkman driving his knee into the face of Marco Salamanca. And Lionel Salamanca now getting gut-wrenching attack and gut-wrenching submission by Jesse Pinkman, who's got the meth tweaking. I don't even know what to call it, but it's a submission hold that you do not want to be in. And Nacho Libre attacking Dame Duncan now, punching away at his face. And Nacho Libre, Walter White in the middle of the ring, attacking each other. Walter White smacking the back of Nacho Libre and kicking him in the chest. And Nacho Libre now a rock bottom onto the knee on Walter White. And ladies and gentlemen, Walter White laying in the middle of the canvas, in the middle of the ring. Jesse Pinkman onto the top rope, looking to attack Esqueleto. Drops down, wises up perhaps. Does not want to attack Esqueleto, who's looking at Marco Salamanca. And now just hits Marco Salamanca with a attack to the hamstring. And now Dame Duncan leaned up against the barricade. Walter White taunting the crowd, telling them he is the man, and to say his name, which is Heisenberg. Lionel Salamanca with a big clothesline to Walter White. Esqueleto attacking Marco Salamanca. Jesse Pinkman getting attacked by Dame Duncan. And now Dame Duncan getting kicked by Nacho Libre, who punches him in the face. And now a flare chop and another flare chop. And these IWA fans going crazy as Nacho Libre with a high kick and Jesse Pinkman with a springboard attack. Might as well call him Jesse Springboard. And Jesse Pinkman with a quick pin onto Lionel Salamanca. And Walter White, what's he going to do here? Going for a Rolling Thunder perhaps. But Jesse Pinkman ruining his partner's attack. Nacho Libre fishing under the ring, not liking what he sees. Looking to attack AJ Duncan. AJ Duncan, Nacho Libre going at it against each other. Nacho Libre throwing him to the ring. And Nacho Libre now getting attacked by AJ Duncan. And Jesse Pinkman attacking Lionel Salamanca with his partner in crime, Walter White. Nacho Libre attacking Jesse Pinkman. And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the sound issues. We are experiencing technical difficulties here at IWA. I sure bet it's Lalo Salamanca who has something to do with this. But here we go. AJ Duncan attacking Marco Salamanca as Dame Duncan headbutts Walter White. Nacho Libre laying in the middle of the ring. And Lionel Salamanca getting attacked by Walter White, who has the sledgehammer. And Esqueleto attacking AJ Duncan. And Esqueleto grabbing AJ Duncan's wrist. And what's he going to do there? Getting attacked by Jesse Pinkman. And Marco Salamanca lifting AJ Duncan up. And he just threw him up in the air. Pressing style. Ladies and gentlemen, it's shoulder day here at IWA. And Walter White is now trying to pin, was trying to pin Lionel Salamanca, who kicked out at 1. And Marco Salamanca is now getting his ass whooped by Jesse Pinkman as Nacho Libre was getting his ass whooped for a second by Lionel Salamanca, but he's attacking the back of Lionel Salamanca. And ladies and gentlemen, Walter White has just attacked AJ Duncan. And what is happening here? Dame Duncan now attacking Nacho Libre with a big chop to the back. And Marco Salamanca getting attacked. And a big cartel slam to Jesse Pinkman from Lionel Salamanca. But, ladies and gentlemen, the IWA fans are going absolutely insane here. Walter White grabbing Marco Salamanca and a big German suplex by the neck. And Lionel Salamanca grappling Walter White in the middle of the ring. And he's hoisting him up for a jackhammer. Jesse Pinkman, meanwhile, attacking AJ Duncan. Dame Duncan. The Duncan twins. Identical in personality and in looks. Nacho Libre creeping up on Lionel Salamanca as the two Mexican nationals going at it. Fist, blow for blow, fist for fist. And now, Lino Salamanca pinning Walter White and getting a 2 count. Walter White quick to kick out of the 2 count. And ladies and gentlemen, the Salamanca twins remain in the ring. The others at IWA Havoc are outside of the ring fighting. AJ Duncan is getting his ass whooped by Escalito. And Dame Duncan is here to the rescue. And Dame Duncan with a big right hand to Escalito, sending him ringside onto the ground. And Walter White attacking Nacho Libre as the Salamanca twins are there to attack both Nacho Libre and Walter White. And Marco Salamanca has Nacho Libre up for a German suplex, irregular suplex. And now Walter White punches Marco Salamanca, but momentarily and getting body slammed by Lionel Salamanca. Escalito in the middle of the ring. What has he got planned here? Jesse Pinkman laying down in the middle of the ring. And another cartel slam to Walter White. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe what we are seeing here tonight? And Walter White laying down as Jesse Pinkman bitch slaps Nacho Libre. Maybe he will live on to regret that decision. And ladies and gentlemen, Escalito with a bouncing attack onto AJ Duncan, Dame Duncan, the Duncan twins. Once again, identical in style, identical in looks. And Lionel Salamanca punching AJ Duncan as Dame Duncan rolls out of the ring, using that gamesmanship to get out of the ring, get out of dodge, so to speak. And Salamanca, the Salamanca twins, Lionel Salamanca in the ring, getting punched by Nacho Libre in the face 6-7 times in a row. Nacho Libre beating the shit out of Lionel Salamanca. Escalito getting bridge pinned by Walter White. But Nacho Libre there to kick out for Escalito. And Lionel Salamanca leaning up against the ropes. And what has he got in store here? Escalito bouncing Lionel Salamanca off the ropes. And ladies and gentlemen, the Luchadores looking to win this match. AJ Duncan looking to save the match. And Walter White with a sidewalk slam to Nacho Libre. And that surely has got to be the match. No, Escalito getting power slammed by Dame Duncan. And Dame Duncan has Lionel Salamanca in a submission hold. Walter White quick to break it out. And Escalito just got power slammed by AJ Duncan. And AJ Duncan pinning Dame Duncan, throwing Walter White into the corner of the ring. And Dame Duncan bouncing Walter White off the corner turnbuckle, hoisting him up on top of the turnbuckle. And now, what's he gonna do here? A Brooklyn neck slam. And ladies and gentlemen, AJ Duncan, Dame Duncan, look to win this match as AJ Duncan just power slammed Marco Salamanca. And now Dame Duncan has Jesse Pinkman and just chicken wing slammed him. And now, Nacho Libre has got Lionel Salamanca in the walls of Jericho. The walls of Jericho. And ladies and gentlemen, AJ Duncan quick to break up that submission hold as Dame Duncan grabs Nacho Libre for a big power bomb. And another spinning cartel slam by Lionel Salamanca onto AJ Duncan. And Nacho Libre's partner Escalito getting pinned by Dame Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, Dame Duncan getting hit by Nacho Libre. Goes to the top rope. Walter White with a cartel slam. And Nacho Libre isn't paying attention. And AJ Duncan has just kicked out. Very thin margins here, ladies and gentlemen. Walter White getting drop kicked by Nacho Libre. And now Escalito with a scorpion deathlock to Lionel Salamanca, who gets out of the submission hold. Walter White getting power slammed by Nacho Libre onto the canvas face first. And Escalito getting pinned by Lionel Salamanca, who's looking to win the title here. And Escalito quick to kick out at the 2 count. Not quick, but you know what I mean. He kicked out, in fact. And ladies and gentlemen, the Duncan twins, they have Walter White up against the corner in the ring. And Escalito kicking Dame Duncan. And now AJ Duncan getting kicked by Walter White, and Escalito getting his pin ruined by Walter White. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Pinkman, Escalito going both blow for blow. Walter White fighting against AJ Duncan, and now Dame Duncan punching the back of Walter White, and AJ Duncan gonna go for a Brooklyn bomb onto Walter White. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my, what a match we're seeing here. This is a 5-star classic 4-way tornado tag team match. IWA Tag Team Champions being decided here, and Escalito going high flying mode, landing on AJ Duncan outside of the ring, and Jesse Pinkman with a sky blue slam on to Lionel Salamanca. And wow, what are we seeing here? Escalito picking Dame Duncan up, leading him up against the ropes. And now his partner in crime, AJ Duncan, laying face flat onto the canvas, has no help. And ladies and gentlemen, Escalito getting kicked in the balls by Dane Duncan. And Dane Duncan now getting grappled by Escalito. Lino Salamanca coming to the rescue with a sledgehammer shot to the back. And ladies and gentlemen, quite literally giving them back shots. And now Lino Salamanca getting thrown into the corner by AJ Duncan. Escalito dodging the attack momentarily and briefly. But AJ Duncan has just been busted open by Escalito. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing blood here in this four-way tornado tag team match. Escalito with a big right hand to Dane Duncan, and a big right hand, and a big left hand, and a big right hand. And Escalito is one prideful fighter, and he is surely making his people proud today with his display. And ladies and gentlemen, Walter White with the quick flare shot to AJ Duncan, and Jesse Pinkman with the pin to Escalito. And who will win this match? It will remain to see. As ladies and gentlemen, we have Marco Salamanca getting Walter White in a big power slam, and Walter White surely won't kick out of that one. And Escalito throwing Dane Duncan up against the corner of the ring. These twins are very identical, and a big cartel slam, a spinning cartel slam to Jesse Pinkman, but that is not enough to keep the meth head down. Ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Libre grabbing Lionel Salamanca. Escalito getting rolled up, pinned by Walter White. Nacho Libre does not see the pin going on, and Walter and Jesse have just won the match via a roll up by Walter White. Can you believe it? What have we just seen here? An absolute shocker by Nacho Libre, who did not see Walter White pinning Escalito, his own partner, on the canvas. Ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Libre has just choked and not seen Walter White. He could have easily broken up that pin, as you see there in the replay. But we have new IWA Tag Team Champions. They are Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, the two biggest meth cooks in the west side of, goddammit, in the whole entire world. How about that? Our new IWA Tag Team Champions. But ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, as we have a true battle of the egos in Justin Kennedy against John Michael Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to that name. This man's middle name is his last name. He is an absolute asshole, as these two begin off with a handshake and a big slap by John Michael Michaels to Justin Kennedy. And ladies and gentlemen, we are surely in for a classic here tonight, as these two wrestling machines are set to go at it 1 second from now. And here we go, Justin Kennedy with a quick attack to John Michael Michaels. And John Michael Michaels with a quick overhand rights, but Justin Kennedy with a hip toss, throwing John Michael Michaels onto the canvas. Justin Kennedy, John Michael Michaels, both missing their punches, but John Michael Michaels finds himself in a pile driver position by Justin Kennedy. And this man, this handsome man, Justin Kennedy, is looking to whoop some ass here tonight, courtesy of his own mother, who John Michael Michaels spit in the face of last week at the club. We will not disclose what club it was here, but here we go. A big snap suplex by Justin Kennedy. And now John Michael Michaels is finding himself perhaps out of his depth, as he is in there with a true wrestling warrior. But a big European uppercut by John Michael Michaels, and a big knee chop by John Michael Michaels. And now Justin Kennedy finds himself laying back flat onto the canvas, as John Michael Michaels with a big elbow drop, taking Justin Kennedy's move perhaps. And ladies and gentlemen, Justin Kennedy with a knee drop of his own. A knee chops, I say. And big flare chops from John Michael Michaels. And a big right hand from John Michael Michaels as well. And he's a big Irish whip off the ropes, missing his drop kick attempt. And now Justin Kennedy dodging another drop kick attempt, as he kneels down and prays to the Lord mid-match. This man is truly remarkable. Justin Kennedy, just as handsome, just as smart as he looks. And ladies and gentlemen, John Michael Michaels is the jealous type for sure, as he thinks he should be getting the respect that Justin Kennedy gets from the IWA Universe. But ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, respect is earned. It's not given in this industry, especially damn well the IWA, where we pay people pennies on the dollar for their hard work. They have to earn the big paychecks here at IWA. Justin Kennedy laying flat on the canvas as John Michael Michaels drops the elbow on him from the top rope. And Justin Kennedy just rolling out of the ring. Very smart decision there by the American warrior, Justin Kennedy. He's in there with a true Canadian in John Michael Michaels, as he misses the right hand attempt. And Justin Kennedy with a big elbow hitting John Michael Michaels right in the face and sending him down to the canvas momentarily and briefly. And John Michael Michaels with a big Irish whip to Justin Kennedy, missing the dropkick attempt again. And both men missing their jumping aerial attacks. What has got to give here? Ladies and gentlemen, John Michael Michaels finds himself on top of the turnbuckle and gets power slammed onto the canvas by Justin Kennedy, who's looking to end this match early. But a 1 count. He's looking to end this match early, and he just got kicked out of early. That's his karma for trying to end this match early, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Kennedy getting his ass whooped now here by John Michael Michaels, who is in total control of this match. That is why Justin Kennedy is all over the place, to avoid being in the match. And ladies and gentlemen, a snap suplex by Justin Kennedy. Perhaps I have spoken too fast. Perhaps I have spoken too soon, as Justin Kennedy looks surely win to win this match. He's up there, and he's going to drop the big body splash on to John Michael Michaels. And ladies and gentlemen, surely he won't get up out of that, as this man is paying homage to the wrestling greats who walked so this man could run. And Justin Kennedy with a big body splash across the body of John Michael Michaels. And John Michael Michaels with a swinging DDT attack onto Justin Kennedy. And now John Michael Michaels looking to control the match here and out. And ladies and gentlemen, Justin Kennedy showing some fight, even though he is bleeding. He is known to be a habitual bleeder. And John Michael Michaels slamming Justin Kennedy to the canvas. And ladies and gentlemen, John Michael Michaels now beating the absolute shit out of Justin Kennedy. And John Michael Michaels bouncing off the ropes, missing with the right hand, but getting him with the reverse clothesline to the back. And now Justin Kennedy hitting John Michael Michaels. John Michael Michaels using some acrobats. And what a reversal. What a maneuver. Oh! And John Michael Michaels with a sliding clothesline. And now kicking Justin Kennedy to the head. And now an inverted DDT. Oh my! John Michael Michaels, very impressive human being, very impressive man, very impressive wrestler. And now John Michaels, what's he doing here? He's got Justin Kennedy in a submission hold, just getting a curb stomp to the canvas, stomping on the face of Justin Kennedy. And ladies and gentlemen, now John Michael Michaels having his way with Justin Kennedy as he bounces off the ropes but misses the double axe. And oh my god, Justin Kennedy has just busted John Michael Michaels' face wide open with a big boot to the face. And now an arm wrenching shot to the arm. And now an arm bar by Justin Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, both these men are bleeding very easily, might I add. Not a single weapon, but Justin Kennedy going for sweet chin music. And will he land it? Oh, and he misses. And Justin Kennedy getting mollywopped by John Michael Michaels, who grabs Justin Kennedy, kicking him in the legs. And now John Michael Michaels going for a sharpshooter. Just kidding, it's a rope break. Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been an absolute classic so far. Classic wrestling, classic drama, and classic intensity between these two men as Justin Kennedy hurls John Michael Michaels up and throws him to the canvas and kicks him in the face. And he's going to go for a quick cover. Will he win the match? John Michael Michaels kicks out at 1. And now Justin Kennedy with a springboard cutter to John Michael Michaels. And now he's just punching the bloody face of him, spreading that blood. Hopefully he does not have hepatitis. Ladies and gentlemen, just wiping the dirt from his feet onto John Michael Michaels. Justin Kennedy means business tonight as he grabs the neck of John Michael Michaels and he's giving him one hell of a massage. I could use that massage right now, I'll tell you what. And now Justin Kennedy grabbing a gut-wrenching armbar. A gut-wrenching armbar, that makes no sense. But neither does this match really, as both these two men are bleeding without a single weapon, bare fists. And Justin Kennedy clotheslining John Michael Michaels over the top rope. If this were a Royal Rumble, he'd be out. But what's he gonna do here? Suicide dive over the top rope by Justin Kennedy. He would also be out if this were a Royal Rumble. But it's not. It's a wrestling match. One-on-one action at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And Justin Kennedy beating the shit out of John Michaels. As you hear these fans chanting, "This is awesome. This is indeed awesome." Both these two white boys hate each other. One a Canadian, one an American. Polar opposites, yet similar entities. And ladies and gentlemen, what is Justin Kennedy doing here? Getting rolled into the ring by John Michael Michaels, the blonde-haired lion, and a big, I don't even know what to call it, a diving forearm smash. And Justin Kennedy getting two-footed tackled by, oh my God, and a sweet chin music. But Justin Kennedy is also down. Justin Kennedy is also down. He's gonna go for a quick pin. And will he get it? John Michael Michaels has kicked out at the 1.5 count. And surely he must mean business now, as it is time to fight for survival. As Justin Kennedy is fired up in a face-busting shot, throwing his face into the canvas, and now going to the top rope. Is he gonna drop the elbow on to John Michael Michaels? Yes, he is! An atomic elbow by Justin Kennedy. And ladies and gentlemen, that must be game, set, and match. He is telling John Michael Michaels to get up, and a sweet chin music! Sweet chin music! Sweet chin music! Sweet chin music, and that surely has got to be the match. And John Michael Michaels has just kicked out of sweet chin music. Ladies and gentlemen, what kind of match is this? Surely this might be one of the greatest matches that the IWA has ever seen. It may be an IWA classic down the line. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Kennedy getting his face nailed into the canvas by John Michael Michaels, who was just kicked out of 2 consecutive sweet chin music kicks by Justin Kennedy. And now just dropping the double axle handle slam onto the face of Justin Kennedy. And another shot with the elbow. And Justin Kennedy just laying hopeless in the middle of the ring as John Michael Michaels has his way with him. And what's this? A spinning attack by Justin Kennedy. Goes for the quick cover. John Michael Michaels kicks out at not even a 1 count. It's going to take much more than that to take out John Michael Michaels. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen him kick out of sweet chin music not once but twice. And a big power slam by Justin Kennedy. And surely this has got to be it. A big elbow drop by Justin Kennedy, who means business now, as he's been embarrassed by not being able to put out his arch nemesis, John Michael Michaels, out with the sweet chin music. But here he is, picking up John Michael Michaels, and now he's going for the big right hand, but John Michael Michaels quick to reverse it, and a big clothesline over the top rope, and Justin Kennedy is laying down in the ringside, and John Michael Michaels grabbing the top ropes. He's going to go to the ringside, and he's going to go out of the ring, getting kicked in the gut by Justin Kennedy, throwing John Michael Michaels back into the ring, and now he's going to take a time to taunt. Why is he taunting right now? This is absolutely insane. Not very wise by Justin Kennedy as he gets attacked by John Michael Michaels, who now finds himself in control of this match as he goes for a sharpshooter. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Kennedy is going to tap out here. Oh, he just reversed it. He did a coccyx stretch and he reversed that attack. And now, oh, an atomic drop, body slam, a body slam by Justin Kennedy, who goes to the top rope. But what's this? He's going to drop the elbow onto John Michael Michaels. Justin Kennedy means business, and he's going to kick. Oh my God. And Justin Kennedy has won this match. He has just pinned John Michael Michaels after dropping the elbow on him. What a match. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, this match had it all. It had curb stomps to the canvas. It had elbow drops from the top rope. It had sweet chin music. It has sweet chin music again, encore edition. But Justin Kennedy finds himself victorious as he lays there in the middle, in the corner of the ring, basking in his victory, as he's just had one fantastic match against Justin Kennedy. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. What a match indeed. But please, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, as we will finally get the answer of who the mystery man Duke is. This man has been tormenting the IWA World Heavyweight Champion Lalo Salamanca for weeks upon weeks. Ever since Lalo Salamanca has joined the IWA, he has been getting cryptic messages in his locker room by a man named Duke. And now, today, Lalo Salamanca calls this man out, as we're just sitting here waiting for this mystery man Duke to come on out to the ring and meet the IWA World Heavyweight Champion. And here we go. Red lights. What the hell is this? What the hell is going on? I do not like what I'm seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I am just appalled at the red lighting. Oh, what the hell? Big fire shots. Okay. Cannons of fire. And what the hell is that? What the hell? That man's gotta be 7 feet 10 inches tall. What the hell is he doing here? Who the hell is this? This can't be Duke. I think it is. This is Duke. This is Duke, ladies and gentlemen. Duke is a big red machine. And he looks insane. He looks scary. He looks terrifying. And he looks gigantic. And I do not think Lalo Salamanca ever expected a man like this to come out. Look at him. He's as tall as the top rope from ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, he has just walked over the top rope with ease. This man is easily 7 feet tall. As he just lifts his arm up, what's he doing here? He just, oh my God, that is fire coming out of the turnbuckles. I have never seen anything like that before. Ladies and gentlemen, the ring post just launched fire out at the command of this man, Duke. He is truly mystical. He is truly mythical, and he is truly a specimen of a man. And what the hell is happening here as Duke has just entered the ring, walking around the ring, and now Lalo Salamanca will fight this man. But I do not think Lalo Salamanca ever expected this Duke guy to be this big. Look how big he is. Look at the size of him. He's almost twice the size of Lalo Salamanca, who blocks the punches, but gets set back by Duke, who just throws him across the ring in a big jumping clothesline by Duke. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is unstoppable. He's not stoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, a big elbow drop by Duke. What the hell is this? This man is just manhandling the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, who has much more on his plate than he probably ever thought he would have. As a big right hand from Lalo Salamanca lands on the face of Duke, and Lalo Salamanca, our champion, dropping Duke's ass onto the side of the ring. I do not know who I'm cheering for here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Duke is a specimen of a man. This man is absolutely terrifying. I have not heard him say one word. I do not know what he's about. I don't know who he is as a person. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he is a person. He could be an alien. He could be a monster. He could be Bigfoot. Ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca getting back into the ring, reversing the attacks of Duke. And now Lalo Salamanca with right hands of his own, throwing Duke into the corner of the ring. And Duke just hitting him, Lalo Salamanca, face with his 2 feet. And a big diving clothesline by Duke, missing the bitch slap, and Lalo Salamanca with a clothesline from Sinaloa. And ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca commanding Duke to get up. He is not scared of this man. You gotta give Lalo Salamanca credit. Fearless as ever. But Duke with a big body slam and a big leg drop. And now Duke calling for the end of this match perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca grabbing Duke, throwing an elbow but missing. And Duke getting thrown to the ropes, and Lalo Salamanca going for a cutter off the springboard attack, but not being successful. And Duke grabbing Lalo Salamanca for a big body slam, and he's gonna drop the elbow again. Or excuse me, he drops the leg, and Duke with another second leg drop. Ladies and gentlemen, Duke is beating the absolute shit out of our IWA World Heavyweight Champion, Lalo Salamanca, who's trying every ounce of his body to fight in this match. But Duke with a big sidewalk slam. And ladies and gentlemen, Duke is beating the shit out of Lalo Salamanca. And what's Duke doing here? He's going up to the top rope while holding Lalo Salamanca's hands. This is an old school attack. Ladies and gentlemen, old school by Duke. Lalo Salamanca is left in the middle of the ring, face down, ass up. And Duke grabbing Lalo Salamanca by the neck. Lalo Salamanca throwing elbows. The Sinaloa elbows. And Duke unloading with rights and lefts. And Duke gonna now go for a big clothesline to Lalo Salamanca. A big left hand attacking the Mexican champion. And Lalo Salamanca getting tossed over. Oh my God. And Duke with a big springboard attack over the top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca taunting Duke, showing no fear, but Duke throwing Lalo back into the ring. And Duke picking up the champion. Oh, and Lalo Salamanca with a big boot to Duke, welcoming him to the IWA as Lalo Salamanca dragging Duke's lifeless body across the ring. And he will win this match. Duke has just kicked out of the big boot. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we seeing here as Duke making his way out of the ring? But Lalo Salamanca gonna go for the 10 smacks of hell. And the IWA fans counting along with the champion as he just smacks Duke in the chest. I think the IWA fans want Lalo Salamanca to win this match, as they sense Duke is a psychopath. Duke is a dangerous, dangerous man who, if he wins the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, who knows what the hell could happen here. There could be fire all over the building, a ring of fire around the building as Duke unloads right hands on Lalo Salamanca. Lalo Salamanca with a big overhand right to Duke, throwing him by the hair like a bitch across the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca pinning Duke. 1, 2, Duke with a kick out at the 2 count, just about. And now Duke. And Lalo Salamanca is going to chokeslam Duke. And Duke is going to chokeslam Lalo Salamanca now. He just tried to snatch his chain and snatch his move. And a chokeslam from hell. And Lalo Salamanca has just been chokeslammed, but he's just kicked out. This man, Lalo Salamanca, is truly an IWA champion as he refuses to lose and refuses to give up. And Duke going for a second chokeslam on the champion. Grabbing the neck of the champion. What's this? Surely he's not going to get it. And hoisting him up. A chokeslam from hell for the second time on the champion. And surely he won't kick out of this one. Lalo Salamanca has just been defeated by this man Duke, who's just made his IWA debut. This big red machine, this big red bastard has just beaten down our champion. And look at him just celebrating there in the middle of the ring as Lalo Salamanca regroups as like a smart man that he is. And Duke with the cheap shots to the back of Lalo Salamanca. What is this? And Duke just throwing Lalo Salamanca's face into the ringside. And you gotta feel bad for the cartel man as he just gets thrown into the corner of the steel steps. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Marty Feldspar signing off here as Duke has just beaten the shit out of Lalo Salamanca.